people, what's going on? Have us a little shadow coming in from a window open. It's daytime. Anyways, Hurricane Jerry. Do a little hurricane forecast on where Hurricane Jerry is going to end up and what is going to be the deciding factor on whether this thing makes landfall or not. Anyways, Jerry's just been named a hurricane today, Friday, the 20th. And I believe this tropical storm in the Western Pacific, excuse me, has just got named Tapa. So it's a tropical storm, Tapa. Very large, growing in intensity. And it is locked in with Jerry in the Atlantic. Okay, so what is going to be the driving factor on whether or not this goes towards the United States is the South China Sea. Now you remember with Dorian, we had two tropical storms develop. One was in the South China Sea, and the other one was up here, Ling Ling. And this one fizzled out, and it ended up pulling Dorian for the most part, keeping it off of the, keeping it from a direct strike into Florida and Georgia, Carolinas, Virginia. I mean, they still got a good wallop, but it didn't hit it as a Category 5. So, what is of paramount importance is that we keep an eye on the south. Oh, that thing just blew up. Am I still getting it in there? Yeah. Oh, what's going on with this keyboard lately? But anyways, Windows, yeah. Upgrade to Windows 10. What a great idea. Why didn't I think of that earlier, right? Anytime Windows gets involved, it's time to get a new computer. You know, start saving your money because your computer's going to be trash. All right, so we're looking at this. This is the path that Noah has right out here. Maybe Bermuda might get whacked. We're not sure. Well, the way they got it, they're going to get a direct hit. But that all being said, the South China Sea is like 180 degrees away from this area. And right now you have Tapa and Jerry 180 degrees opposed to each other. Now they're feeding off each other. There's what we call a gravitational displacement going on the Earth. When these storms develop, based on the moon's angle, another thing nobody knows about, it lowers the gravitational field, things flash, you get vapor, you get storms, you get vortexes, bada bing, bada boom, you got a storm, all right? So once you start rising the level and the mass of water above the ellipsoid, which is sea level generally, once you start, raising hundreds and hundreds of square miles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 feet higher than the normal sea level, you're causing a gravity displacement. My formula, AMC squared times L divided by dB equals S. S is units of Shaughnessy, which you're going to learn in your classrooms. If you guys are listening to this and you're still in grammar school, when you get to college. Anyways, yeah, so basically it's a displacement going on the planet. So you're going to, you're displacing, you're creating a large mountain out of water. All right, every mountain is, on the planet has another sister mountain. Like the planet's balanced for the most part. It's a balanced thing. You have landmass on one side, 180 degrees opposed to it. You get landmass on the other side. Except for Africa, North Africa, because it's you get a lot of low-lying islands in the Pacific. But we're going off topic here. We're going to just give you a little bit of background on how this formulation came into existence. I think that's far enough. You can go check out my other videos. So, anyways, that's what we're looking at right now. So we have that, and then we have the Western Pacific. This is what's developing right now. This is what Jerry created. Jerry came into formation first, and then Tapa came into formation second. All right, so now Tapa's, gaining on mass, strength, and intensity, and that will, in effect, what do you call it? It'll cause Jerry to grow in intensity also, because it's creating a balance, and sometimes they overshoot. and then the other one goes up, and then the other one goes up, and they keep building higher and higher and higher until the other external forces come in and they just spin themselves out. They run out of fuel, which is heat, and they just drop back down, or they run into land, or they come into big highs and lows, and they just dissipate. So, anyways. So, a good process, couple of weeks, sometimes 3 weeks, these things stay in existence. So, we'll just keep an eye on it, just putting this quick little video out. And I'll be keeping an eye on the South China Sea, which I said is of paramount importance. If anything starts developing here, then it's going to cause, Jerry on the other side of the planet to move towards the U.S. and the Virgin Islands, the Bahamas. Hopefully, they spare the Bahamas, but that's what's going to drive this hurricane right now. So you can see they're pretty tight. So you got a lot of stuff going on. There's spinners all over the place. There's a lot of activity. So you start deflecting the gravitational field in this area on the opposite side of the planet, which is the South China Sea. This thing's going to come in, and then you're going to get the deer in the headlight type of look from all your forecasters and your weather channels, and they're going, I can't believe it's going that direction. It's just amazing, Oh, I can't believe it developed so fast. It just popped up overnight and it became a Category 5. Well, the reason they pop up and go that high is because they have help from the other side of the planet. So it's like a seesaw, Seesaw. One side, and you drop down, the other person goes up, and then the other, you drop down, the other person goes down, the other person goes up. It's the same thing. It's just a building of energy. And this is how the gravitational field works. There's gravity, there's a gravitational field here, and you deflect it, it has a self-balancing mechanism on it. As we see it every day with the full moon, or a moon tide. You have a tide where the moon is, and the opposite side of the planet, 180 degrees away from it, you have a high tide there. It pulls the Barry center off, it lowers the gravitational field on the opposite side of the planet, and you get a high tide on that part of the planet. So, anyways, don't forget to share, subscribe, throw a like out there, throw some comments out there so I know I'm talking to somebody. And, get involved, man. If you have some kind of if you're living in these areas, this is of paramount importance, to get involved in this. And I already sent this out to NOAA and a couple other agencies. Of course, you never get anything back. It's always the crazy guy in the video or the movie that knows everything that's going on, and he becomes vindicated at the end of the movie, but it's too late by then. So I guess I'm the crazy guy in the movie. But if you have an iota of self-preservation and you live in a hurricane environment, where you get hurricanes, it would be of paramount importance to bang the drums and say, hey, there's this crazy guy on YouTube. He's talking about, maybe you want to take a look at this science that he has. It's backed up with physical, repeatable, historical data going back decades. Decades. You can go back and look at this stuff. It's all there. Okay. All right. What a beautiful planet we're living on, huh? It's just amazing. I love the fall. I'm up here in the Northeast, so Massachusetts. Finally get some decent weather. You can go out without being barbecued by that big yellow thing in the sky. Talk about UFOs. Why doesn't somebody report that thing? My God, it was a hot summer. All right, I'm putting out another video on free energy. It's a system that generates electricity from traffic. Car traffic, we got billions of cars going down the road 50, 60, 70, 80 miles an hour. We're going to start tapping them for energy, and there's no moving parts. My God, man. And it's not a Tesla invention, it's just my ideas. I'm an inventor on my spare time. I am a published inventor. Actually, I did my own invention. It was low tech stuff, but it was involved in water conservation, but heavy in liability. So anyways, that all being said, I think I'll leave you guys with this beautiful image of Earth. I might hook up my guitar, and start cranking some tunes out, some voodoo child or something, because everybody's copyright the music. Anytime I put some music on a video, you get zapped for being a copyright violation. Peace out, people.